And in this next one, we got Sam Patterson, who's a big favorite, taking on Kiefer Crosbie. And there were some questions with Patterson after his debut, and he got knocked out pretty bad. He moved up to 170 after that, had his last fight at 170, and looked really good. So I think he kind of put to bed some of those questions about him. And now he's trying to get a win and move up in the division more towards, that top 15 range, even though I think he has a ways to go. And they're giving him a opponent that's a fun opponent to watch in Kiefer Crosbie, but a very winnable matchup. A guy that's older, that's been around the block, had a career in Bellator, went and had a boxing fight, and then got signed to the UFC. So his UFC career for Crosbie hasn't really it didn't go well in his debut, and I just don't know if Crosby's UFC level at this point in his career. I think Patterson's a tough matchup for him. When you look at Kiefer Crosbie, his style is basically just to come forward, brawl. He has decent boxing, but hittable. And I feel like Patterson is going to be able to catch him with straight punches, catch him coming in. And there's a big gulf and advantage for Patterson in the grappling realm, where I think if Patterson can get it to the ground one time or get into a dominant position, he can finish the fight. So I just feel like Patterson is the more complete fighter. He's the better fighter, younger fighter. And the only way that I think Patterson could really lose this fight is if he gets knocked out early, which is a possibility just because Patterson does keep his chin up a little bit too high at times, and Crosbie maybe could make something happen. But I feel like if Crosbie can't get it done early, he's going to get tired on top of the disadvantages that he does have, and I think Patterson will be able to finish him. So ultimately, I just think Patterson is pretty much better everywhere outside of just raw power. Maybe Kiefer's a little bit more physical when they're both fresh early in the fight, but I think cardio-wise, technique skill-wise, Patterson has an advantage, and he's going to be able to get this finish, and I expect him to get the win via submission. So I'm going with Sam Patterson here.